Hey guys, what's up? I have a question for you. Do you think that you'd be able to tell if your boyfriend was a sociopath? It sounds like something where you hear those stories and you're like, yes, I would see all of those warning signs. But when you're in it, it's not that easy to identify. And most of us don't realize until it's too late, honestly. I know I didn't. Which is why I'm sharing this video with you today. I'm going to go over the warning signs that I've learned to identify in a sociopath. And I'm going to give you the top warning signs, and I'm going to help you determine if you need to leave your relationship pronto. Before we get into it, I need you to like this video and subscribe to my channel. I put out videos every week about addiction recovery, mental health, bettering yourself, all types of stuff like that. If that's something that aligns with you, I would love for you to come back for my weekly videos, but you're gonna have to turn the bell notification on because I still haven't figured out a day to upload. Now, I'm sure that somebody's already gone to the comment section to point out the fact that I've called my boyfriend a sociopath, and I have adamantly denied him being a sociopath in the past. And fair, you're right. But this is an important message, and I'm not above using the keyword sociopath in this video if it means that it will be seen by more people, especially the audience that needs to see this. I watched Taylor Nicole Dean's video last night about her relationship with Jonny Craig, and I'm not here to comment on their relationship or the trauma that she has endured. It's heartbreaking. What's even more heartbreaking is that I went through the comment section and read so many comments, so many women, young and old, that are just in that same situation that she was just in. The same situation that I was in 2007. For those of you that don't know, my boyfriend Greg was diagnosed with antisocial personality disorder when he went to prison. And that is basically what we refer to as sociopath in pop culture. Sociopath used to be an actual diagnostical term, but it is not anymore. It is now called antisocial personality disorder, and that is a cluster B personality disorder. And it's a doozy. A relationship with somebody with ASPD can be damaging. It can break you if you do not get out in time, or if you are not prepared for it. And most often, we're not prepared for it. We don't see it coming. I'm going to go over the warning signs that I've learned to recognize in people with ASPD. I'm going to refer to it as sociopath or sociopathy in this video, but that is because YouTube will keep it as a keyword. The more that you say it, the more that they code it, and I want this to be seen. So let's get into this. The first thing you need to look for is honestly in yourself. Are you a target for sociopaths? People with ASPD target women specifically that they can manipulate. They look for broken women. They look for women that are highly empathetic. They are not capable of feeling empathy like a normal person, but they can smell empathy like blood in the water. Like they are sharks and they are out for the kill. So are you highly empathetic? Are you prone to codependent relationships? Do you have low self-confidence? Do you feel like you just don't fit in and no one quite understands you and you just want to be seen? These are all signs of a woman that would be easily manipulated. Now, please do not think that I am saying that you deserve this or that this is okay. I'm not victim blaming at all. I'm just saying they pick women very, very specifically. The second thing you need to look for is an overabundance of love and affection at the beginning of a relationship. Sociopaths are known to love bomb their new partners to an excessive extent. At the beginning of a relationship, you just feel like you have never felt something like this before. You feel so seen and so recognized, and they make you feel so loved. They just smother you with attention and affection, and it feels so good. And it feels like you could just open up and tell them anything, and they won't judge you. So that's what we do. We open up and we bare our souls to them. And it is like the most passionate and exciting romantic relationship you've ever encountered in your life. And that's because they're faking it. They are doing that so that you open up and tell them everything. They are observing your every move and keeping mental notes of it. And sometimes they'll use that information for good things, I guess. Like when I first met Greg, I had mentioned that my favorite candy bar was the Hershey's Cookies and Cream Bar. And then he showed up at my work with 20 Hershey's Cookies and Cream Bars. 20. I later found out that he stole them from my job and brought them to the counter where I was working. But all jokes aside, sometimes they can use that information to hurt you. Sometimes they will hold on to it so that they can use it against you. And it hurts. The third warning sign of a sociopath is that they are very charming and well-spoken, and they ooze charisma, And that often translates into sex appeal. You just find them very sexy and everything about them is attractive. And they are able to charm your friends and family when they first meet them, as long as we keep those interactions short. The longer that you're around a sociopath, especially your friends, because you're blinded by all the oxytocin and dopamine, like you can't think straight. But your friends, they're not getting all that hits of love. They're not getting all those little brain chemicals making them go crazy. So they can see how superficial the sociopath is. They can see that they lack an emotional depth, and they will feel like something is off. Once that happens, the sociopath will do whatever it takes to isolate you. And this won't be necessarily an overt thing. You might not even realize that they're isolating you, that they're turning you against your friends and family. I honestly didn't even see it happening, but before I knew it, I was only spending time with Greg. Even my best friend, who I'd spent every single day with, was no longer coming around. The fourth warning sign of a sociopath is that they are very narcissistic and egotistical. They're going to be very full of themselves. They might think that they're so attractive and they're always taking selfies, and they think that they're God's gift to women. They might be really good in bed, they might be attractive, but I mean, they have this grandiose sense of self. It is insane. And this superiority that they think that they have over everyone else often leads to them not being able to see their own faults. They don't see their own faults, and they can't take responsibility for any of their own actions. Even if their actions directly cause something, even if it is plain as day for you to see what happened, they didn't go into work and they got fired, and then they blame their boss for not calling them and telling them that they had to work. Something like that. Something crazy like that. Does any of this resonate with you guys? Does this feel like something you've experienced? Is this something that you're currently in, or is it something that you have gotten out of? I would really like it if you could leave a comment and let me know, because I know that there are so many women out there that are stuck. They feel stuck, they feel alone, and they feel trapped. And I know there are so many other women out there like me who have gotten to the other side of it. And we need to band together to help the women that are still stuck in the thick of it. If you feel comfortable, share your story. If not, I'm thinking about creating a Facebook group. I've actually already created it. I just haven't really thought about what I want to do with it. If you're down, I would love to make it a women's only Facebook group for us to communicate. Okay, so the fifth warning sign is that they lie constantly. Through their teeth, bold-faced lies, doesn't matter. They lie about where they bought their shirt, where they went to school, how old they are. They lie about what they had for dinner. And sometimes you'll see them tell these lies to other people and you're just like, what? And then when you question them about it, they make you feel weird about it. Like, what? Like they're offended. And I'm like, well, what do you mean you lied? And then you're expected to just play along with it. And it gets to be to this point where you just don't speak up. Because you can't lie like them. They just don't have any sense of guilt or remorse. They disassociate with it and literally do not care what the other person is feeling. So I know that for me, I was just silent. And the lies at first might just seem trivial or stupid, but eventually they're going to be about you or affect you. And you will catch them in a lie that is such a bold-faced lie, and you have mountains of evidence against it, and they will still continue to lie. They can't not lie. That's all that they know. That is how they protect their whole psyche. And the sixth warning sign is the biggest, most important warning sign, I think, that really determines if you're in a relationship with a sociopath. If you're constantly wondering what is going on, if you're constantly confused, if you're questioning reality, if you start to question them and they flip the script and turn it back onto you and make you start to doubt yourself and your own actions and your own behaviors and beliefs, that's a problem. When you start to question reality, it is time to leave. When you aren't getting clear answers, it is time to leave. There's no reason to ever live in a state of doubt or confusion, or especially self-doubt when you can't even grasp if reality is real. It's not okay. A couple final notes. I'm aware that I'm telling you to leave your boyfriend and also telling you that my boyfriend is a sociopath. And there's a lot more to the story, and if you're interested, I will link it in the card above and in the description below, a playlist. But Greg and I spent many years apart. This happened back in 2007, and we were apart for maybe 6 or 7 years between then. And he has grown so much. He is not like he used to be, and that is possible with antisocial personality disorder, but it's not guaranteed. And I can't take any credit for any of his growth. He did that himself. He did a lot of that growing in prison. He was in prison for 3.5 years, and he did 2 years of CBT therapy. So it takes a lot of work, a lot of therapy, a lot of mindfulness to get through this, to grow past this. But just because your boyfriend could grow out of this doesn't mean that he will. It doesn't mean that it's your job. It doesn't mean that you can make him grow out of this. Please don't try to save this man. Please don't hold on for the good days. Please don't wait for the morning when he's sober. Please don't wait because it could be better, because it's not that bad, because he's not hitting you, because he's not hitting you every day. Please leave. Taylor mentioned in her video that there was a moment where Jonny did something where he was talking to another woman, and it broke a part of her that she said that she hasn't been able to fix. I understand that. There has been a lot of infidelity in my relationship, and I would not wish that on anybody. And I know how hard it is to move past that, but I want you to know that you can move past that. You can love yourself again. You can love yourself and demand the respect that you deserve. Please know how strong you are. Please know that you are worth it, and you are enough. And I know that this is hard, and I know that it's scary, but you are so strong, and you are so worth it. We don't love ourselves enough as it is, and you deserve more than this. Let me know if you're interested in me starting that Facebook group, because I would be very happy to open it up. It's called From Recovery to Discovery. Just because you're broken doesn't mean that you're ruined. You can heal from this, I promise. I don't have the answers to it. It's gonna take a lot of therapy, but don't be a stranger. I'm here if anyone needs anything. You can reach me at Instagram. It's MeganF, the same handle as here. Or you can email me at contact@meganf.com. And that's all I have for today, guys. I love you, and I'll love you until you love yourself. Bye, guys.